Michelle, and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be going through a Hatha yoga flow. It will be a little bit shorter than your standard flow of an hour or an hour and a half, but it will include all of the main components. So we'll go through a grounding and a warm-up, move into some sun salutations, our core asana practice, and then end it with a little bit of a cool down and some final relaxation. With that said, I do recommend that you have a mat and probably some blocks. You may not need to use the blocks for every posture, but I always recommend it. It just gives you an opportunity to open up in some places, to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. It just helps with making sure that you can really expand and get the most out of the posture. So as we go through, I will definitely show you there are going to be some postures in here that I'm going to need a block. So I will definitely highlight where you can leverage them. So the last thing I will say is just you do you, right? So if for some reason, maybe you're nursing an injury, maybe you've got some extra tightness that you don't typically have, just be gentle with your body, respect your body, make sure that, you're not pushing yourself to the point of injury. Yoga is meant to be a challenge, but it's not meant to hurt us. It's meant to help us. So if at any point, you really feel any of those old niggling injuries, or, you really are feeling a sharp pain, I want you to back out of the posture. Make sure that you're treating yourself with respect. So, you can always just pause, right? So if we're flowing through a particular couple of moves that are difficult for you today, that's okay. Just take a pause, maybe take a downward dog or a child's pose, or, whatever you need to do, that's fine. And we'll move on from there. And like I said, you do you. So I think we can get started. So we're going to get started in a nice, easy seat today. I am sitting on a pillow. You can sit right on the ground, that's fine, or you can sit up on a block. The reason why I'm sitting on a pillow is it just gives me a little bit more space in my hips. It's a little less tight, and it helps me to lengthen my spine a little bit more. All right, so I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Roll the shoulders back and down. Shine the crown of the head toward the ceiling. And you can rest the hands in the lap or by your sides, whatever's comfortable for you. And just start to tune into this moment. Feeling present, tuning in to the breath, feeling the rise and fall of the chest and belly with each inhale and each exhale. Feeling the air on your skin, noticing the points in which your body is in contact with the floor beneath you, your hands in your lap, your sit bones in contact with the floor, a block, or the pillow. Hearing the distant sounds. I can hear the raindrops in the distance raining today. Maybe noticing where you're holding on to a little bit of tension. Using your breath to guide it there and release that tension. And trying to keep your inhales and your exhales complete and even. ready, take your chin and just tuck your chin toward the chest. Again, remembering to keep those shoulders back and down. If you want, you can take peace fingers, bring them to the floor. That'll give you a little bit more of a stretch on the back of the neck. You can either keep those peace fingers there or bring your hands back to your lap. Just bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Breathe in, roll the head back, left ear to left shoulder. After your in-breath, as you breathe out, start to circle the head down. And as you breathe in, bring the head back behind you. And just start to circle the head in one direction, following your breath rhythm. Again, breathing in as the head goes back and breathing out as the chin comes forward. And then when the right ear meets the right shoulder, just reverse direction. And if when the head comes back, if that's really bothersome for you, you can do this just staying in the front, going from one ear to the other, and just going back and forth. That's okay. Let's do one more head roll. And then the next time the chin meets the chest, just hold it there for a moment. And then bring the head back up. And I invite you to open the eyes. So take a nice big deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead. And as you breathe out, bring the right hand down, side bend to the right. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, side bend to the left. Breathe in, reach again. We're going to do this again on both sides, just following your breath rhythm. Next time you breathe in, reach, but let's twist to the right. So bring your left hand to your right knee. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, twist to the left. So that opposite arm is going behind you. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, reach. And breathe out, twist. Breathe in, reach. Bring your arms down by your sides. If you do have a block or a pillow or bolster, just move that out of your way. And we're going to come into a tabletop to prepare for some cat-cows. So coming into your tabletop, you want to make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are underneath your hips. And as you breathe in, shine the chest forward, roll the shoulders back, look up. And as you breathe out, push the floor away, tuck the tailbone, let the head go toward the knees. And just go with your own breath rhythm. And I always tell my live classes, you do you here. So if there's any other movement that you'd like to do in your cat-cows that you feel will open up your spine or your hips a little bit more, go right ahead, do it. So one way you could do that is if you want to take some hip circles in one direction. This also helps to open up the wrists a little bit. And then go in the other direction. Again, you can also just stick with those cat-cows. So do what you need to do. Don't feel like anything is incorrect. And then come to stillness, come back into your tabletop, and then we're going to bring the right foot between the hands. So we're going to come into an Anjaneyasana or a low lunge on the knee. If you need blocks, you can have the blocks right next to you. just to give you a little bit more support. So breathe in, reach the arms up overhead. Breathe out, hinge at the hips, start to come forward, shining the chest forward into a half Hanuman or a runner stretch. You don't want to round here, you want to shine that chest forward. Breathe in, come forward again, tucking the tailbone, belly button in. Breathe out, hinge again, off the front toes, shine the chest forward. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. Breathe out, half Hanuman. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. And this time, we're going to frame the foot with the hands, tuck the back toes, plant the left hand, and twist to the right, making sure that that right hip stays back, left hip stays forward. If you want to get a little bit more space, use your block. And breathe out, unwind. Bring that back knee down. Come back through your tabletop, and we'll do the other side. So left foot comes between the hands. Come into your Anjaneyasana, arms up overhead. Breathe out, hinge at the hips. If you need blocks here, this is a great place for them. Half Hanuman. If you're like me, you might have really tight hips and hamstrings. Breathe out, half Hanuman. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. Breathe out, half Hanuman. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana. This time, frame the front foot with the hands, tuck the back toes, come into a low lunge, plant the right hand, and twist to the left. Again, using a block if you want to create a little bit more space. Left hip back, right hip forward. Watch the shoulders, you're not hiking them up. And breathe out as you unwind. Remove the blocks if you have any. Plant the hand, step the left foot to meet the right. Let's come into our first downward facing dog. Bend the knees as much as you need. Really push between that area between the thumb and the first finger. Spread those fingers out nice and wide. If you need a little bit of an increased space in your hips, you can separate the feet a little bit. That's okay. And just pedal out the feet. Let the head hang. Maybe shake the head yes or no. We're still in the latter part of our warm-up. Then look between the hands, step, walk, or float to the front of the mat, coming into a hanging forward fold. So your feet are parallel, right underneath the hips. You can have slightly bent knees. Just kind of hang, that's okay. And then slowly roll up, coming into Tadasana. Into standing, feeling your feet firmly planted on the ground. And we'll prepare for our sun salutations. So we're going to do 2 classical sun salutations and 2 sun A's. So take a nice deep breath in and breath out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, swan dive forward. Plant the hand, step the left foot back with a big step, bringing the back knee down. Plant the hands, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Breath retention, Knees, chest and chin, hugging in with those elbows. Breathing into cobra. Tuck the toes, breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, left foot comes between the hands, back knee comes down. Plant the hands, right foot meets the left, forward fold. Breathe in, reverse swan dive. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, swan dive forward. Plant the hands, step the right foot back with a big step. Plant the hands, left foot meets the right, downward dog. Breath retention, knees, chest and chin. Breathe into cobra. Tuck the toes, breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, right foot between the hands, back knee comes down. Plant the hands, left foot meets the right, forward fold. Breathe in, reverse swan dive. Breathe out, hands to heart center. So next we're going to do 2 sun A's. So you have the option of either doing chaturanga and upward dog with me, or continue doing knees, chest and chin, and cobra if you don't feel like using the shoulders to that extent. So take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, swan dive forward. Breathe in, flat back. Breathe out, plant the hands, step back into plank. Either chaturanga or knees, chest and chin, keeping those elbows in nice and close. Breathing into upward dog or cobra. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Step, walk, or float to the front of the mat. Breathe into a flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, reverse swan dive. Breathe out, hands to heart center. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe into a flat back. Breathe out, plant the hands, step back into plank, and either go through knees, chest, and chin, or chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, into downward facing dog. Let's stay in this downward dog for 2 complete breaths. Again, bending your knees in your down dog as much as you need to. Breathe in, kick the right leg back behind you. Breathe out, bring that right foot between the hands, coming up into your crescent. So you're up on the ball of that back foot. Take a breath in, breathe out, open up into your warrior 2. So in your warrior 2, you want to make sure that your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Your belly button is into the spine, shoulders are down. You're gazing over those front fingertips. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Breathe out, warrior 2. And actually, as we're in our warrior 2, I'm going to switch sides so you can see me. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, begin to hinge forward, resting the elbow on the leg, bringing a long line from the foot all the way to the fingertips. We're in our extended side angle. Really opening up. If you want some more core, you can extend the arms, but by all means, leave it here on the knee. And then as you breathe in, begin to come up through your warrior 2, straightening that front knee, and then grab onto the hips, bring the big toes in, heels out. Take a breath in, reach up overhead, and then breathe out, begin to swan dive forward with a nice flat back into forward fold. So we're in a wide-legged forward fold. If you need blocks here, you want to keep a flatter back. You can put your hands on your blocks. Again, you do you. Now taking the right hand, grab onto the right ankle. Take the left fingertips and place them tent-like in front of the right toes. If that's a little bit too much for you, you can put a block here, bring the floor a little bit closer, but just make sure that left hip doesn't come with you. You bring it back. And then start to just slowly walk the hands over to the other side. Left hand goes onto the left ankle. If you need a block, put it in front of the toes. Tent the fingertips in front of those left toes and bring that right hip back and down. Coming into a nice side bend with the left leg. And then if you're using those blocks, just get them off to the side. Begin to rotate toward the back of your mat, coming into a runner's lunge. Plant that back foot down at a 45-degree angle. Take a breath in as you come up into your warrior one. So making sure that that tailbone is tucked, that knee is over the ankle. You can be on railroad tracks versus having your feet on a tightrope. And just make sure you're not hiking up those shoulders. Now to prepare for pyramid, some of us can be really tight. So for me, I need to close my stance a little bit. So I bring my back foot forward, straighten my front knee, and then I'm going to make sure that my hips are really facing the narrow part of the mat. Take a nice big deep breath in, hinge over that straight front leg. You can have a micro bend in the knee. If you notice, it's really hard for me for these because I do have very tight hips and hamstrings, so I do need blocks here. If you can get down without really rounding your back, then great, but for me, I need the blocks. And use whatever end of the blocks works for you. Some days I don't need them, and some days I do. That's okay. So now I'm going to prepare for a standing split. So I also need blocks for a standing split. So what you want to do if you do feel like you need the blocks is you want to put the blocks about 3 inches in front of your foot, or you can, if you're going to use your fingertips, you just placing your fingertips 3 inches in front of your foot. So then we're going to kick off our back leg, making sure that our shoulders are rolled back and down. Both hip points are facing down. Have a nice, sort of straight back leg. Again, my legs are very tight, so straight is a relative term. And then you want to keep your back as straight as possible. And then as you breathe out, just slowly bend into that front knee and plant the foot back down, coming back into that low lunge. Breathe in, come up to crescent. Step the right foot to meet the left, come into your chair. So for your chair, make sure your feet are parallel. You can see those toes. You sink down as far as you feel comfortable. And as you take a breath in, bring your hands to heart center, and breathe out, forward fold. So now you're facing the back of the mat, and we're going to make our way around again. Take a breath in, come into a flat back, breathe out, plant the hands, step back into plank. Knees come down, chest and chin comes down, breathe into your cobra. Tuck the toes, breathe out, downward dog. Breathe in, kick the left leg back behind you. Breathe out, bring that foot between the hands. Come on up into your crescent. Take a breath in, and then breathe out, open up into your warrior two. So that flat back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Breathe out, warrior two. Take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, come into that extended side angle. So having that long line from the right foot all the way into those right fingertips, resting that elbow on the knee, or getting a little bit more of a core action going on, whatever you feel comfortable with. Take a breath in. As you come through your warrior two, begin to straighten that front knee. Bring the hands to the hips and bring both feet facing the wide edge of the mat. So toes are in, heels are out. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe out, swan dive forward, nice flat back. And again, using the block if you need to. Taking the left hand, grab onto the left ankle, right hand, tent the fingers in front of the left toes. Make sure that right hip goes back. If you need the block, you can put a block right in front of your toes. And walk the hands toward the right. Right hand goes to the right ankle, left fingertips in front of the right toes. Again, watching that hip, I can feel mine coming out, so you want to bring that left hip back. And then gently begin to unwind, going back toward the front of your mat. So you're in a runner's lunge. Plant that back foot. Take a breath in. Come up, warrior one. Now to prepare for your pyramid, you might need to shorten your stance a little bit. Make sure those hip points are facing front. Straighten that front knee. And then as you breathe out, start to hinge forward, kicking those hips back, coming over that front foot into your pyramid. And as you can see, I'm tight and I really need my blocks. So I have my blocks ready to go at whatever angle makes sense, and each side might feel a little bit different. You might be able to have the blocks on a lower end, or you might not need them at all. kind of work with what you got. And then start to bring the hands forward about 3 inches in front of you. Again, you might need blocks for this. We're going to prepare for our not runner's lunge, our standing split. So come forward, bring more of the weight onto that right foot, hip points face down, back leg comes up, belly button in, flat back. You might notice that this side's a little bit tighter, so this hip wants to come out. My left hip wants to open up, and I'm trying to work against it. We're all different. Then after your next out breath, just slowly begin to come down, bring that back foot down, planting that foot into the ball of your foot rather. And then slowly coming up from a low lunge into crescent. Bring that left foot to meet your right. Sink down into your chair. Bring hands to heart center. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe into a flat back. Breathe out, plant the hands, step both feet back into a plank. Knees, chest and chin. Breathe into cobra. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Slowly bring the knees down to the floor, separating the knees, getting the big toes to touch, and then sinking down onto the heels, extending the arms out in front, and coming into a child's pose. Then when you're ready, coming up, you can either come onto the knees, so just sitting nice onto the knees, sitting up nice and straight, or you can come into a comfortable seated posture, whatever is comfortable for you. Everybody's a little bit different. So we're going to do some thoracic spine stretching with eagle arms. So you're going to take your right hand, put it out in front of you like a cactus. So it's like a cactus. Bring the left arm, wrap it underneath the right, and grab on to either your thumb, the lower part of the hand, whatever is comfortable for you. And then begin to raise the elbows slightly. And take a breath in. And then as you twist to the right, breathe out. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, twist to the right. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, twist to the right. Breathe in, come forward. We'll do that one more time. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come forward. Unwind. You might want to shake out the shoulders a little bit. Take the left arm out like a cactus, so you've got a nice bent elbow. Wrap the right arm under. Grab onto the thumb, the wrist, bottom of the hand. Raise up the elbow slightly. Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, twist to the left. You won't be able to go very far. This isn't like twisting in the beginning of class. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come forward. Breathe out, twist. Breathe in, come forward. We'll do that one more time. Breathe out and twist. Breathe in, come forward. Release the arms, shake them out. Give yourself a couple of shoulder rolls. It might be a little bit tight. And then extend both legs out long in front of you. So we're going to do a forward fold here. So you can bend the knees as much as you need to. Just have those toes pointing toward the sky. Take a breath in, reach up overhead, and breathe out. Hinge at the hips and come forward over the legs. So again, you can bend the knees here if you need. And you can start to work your way down if you like. You could either stay here, or another version of this posture that I really like is if you do have really bent knees, you can take your elbows, your forearms, bring them underneath and clasp your elbows and just rest your knees on top of your forearms. You might have a little bit of a rounded back, that's okay. And then bring the head down toward the knees. I love this one. I actually feel this in my hamstrings a little bit more, especially my upper hamstrings. And whatever version you're holding, if you've got the under the knee, you're just going to release your forearms and just slowly walk your way up to a seat where we'll come onto our backs to prepare for bridge. So just gently roll onto the back. And after that kind of a stretch, you might have really tight low back. So just bring the knees in just for a moment to give yourself a little squeeze, maybe rock side to side. And then you can bring the feet both back down to the floor, back to the mat. Bring the heels close enough to the glutes so that you can touch them with the fingertips. Knees and feet should be parallel. Roll the shoulders down the back and push through the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Breathe in, come up. Arms overhead if that's comfortable for you. Come into bridge. Working on keeping those knees and feet parallel, not spreading the knees. And breathe out. Come on down. Breathe in, come up. Squeeze. Breathe out, come down. We'll do one more. Breathe in, come up, and we'll hold for 3 complete breaths. After your next in-breath, just slowly come on down. Bring the knees into the chest just for a moment. Give yourself a squeeze. Bring the left foot down. Right ankle crosses over the left knee. Bring the hands through the little hole you've created. Flex both feet and just pull that knee in toward the chest, using that right elbow to push against the right thigh. You can close the eyes. And then slowly lower down that foot. Bring the right foot to meet the left and just cross the right ankle over the right knee, the left ankle over the right knee, and then pull it in for another figure four using that left elbow to push against the thigh. Closing the eyes if that's comfortable. Breathing with nice, deep, even breaths. And bringing both feet back down to the floor. Bring the knees into the chest for another squeeze. Hold on to the right knee, extend the left leg out long. Take the left hand, grab onto the outside of the right knee, cross it over the body, extend the right arm out long, and begin to gaze over those right fingertips or close your eyes as you twist. After your next out breath, as you breathe in, bring everything back to center. Bring the left knee to meet the right. Extend that right leg out long. Grab onto the outside of that right knee with the left knee with the right hand. Extend the left hand out long and twist. Starting to forget my lefts and rights. That's okay. It just means I'm fully involved in what I'm doing. And that's a good thing. And watch that shoulder, by the way. Make sure that both shoulders are in contact with the mat. You don't want to start pulling and twisting the knee over if that left shoulder is going to start coming with you. So only go as far as you feel the twist, and you can keep that shoulder in contact with the mat. After your out breath, breathe in, start to unwind. Bring both knees into the chest. Again, rocking, maybe giving yourself a squeeze. Massaging out that low back. And then if you have a block, we'll do a legs up the wall. For those of you who do not have a block, I will give you an alternative. So for legs up the wall, we're going to take our block. So set up as though you're going to go into your bridge. Push through the feet, come up as if you're going into the bridge, and then take your block and put it underneath your sacrum. You might need to play around a little bit with this. It just takes time to figure out where you feel balanced. And then slowly raise your legs up. And rest the arms down. Close the eyes. And you're in your legs up the wall. If you do not have a block, that's okay. You can come into legs up the wall by literally scooching up against a wall and putting your legs against the wall and your glutes against the wall. Or you can come into your happy baby, grabbing onto your toes or the sides of your leg, and just closing the eyes and rocking. So I'll come into my legs up the wall. The great thing about this particular inversion is that you really feel the reverse of blood flow in your legs, and it does wonders. So we'll stay in our inversion for a few breaths. And to make your way out of your legs up the wall, just want to bend the knees and start to bring the feet toward the mat one at a time, coming back into a bridge. So right now we're in a supported bridge. And you just lift up, remove the block, and let everything come back down. And we'll prepare for our Savasana. So extend the legs out long to the wide edges of the mat. Let the toes just fall out to the sides. Roll the shoulders back down. Bring the palms and arms away from the body. Palms facing up. And just begin to settle the breath. Noticing maybe some of those warm, tingly feelings from the blood coming back to normal blood flow from your inversion. Noticing how different you feel from the beginning of class. And just slowly relaxing all the muscles of the body. Relaxing toes, bottoms of the feet, the tops of the feet. Relaxing the ankles, the calves, and the shins. Feeling relaxation travel up the knees, over the thighs and into the pelvis. Relaxing the torso. Feeling relaxation travel up the spine and into the larger muscles of the back and shoulders. Relaxing the upper arms, forearms, and the hands. Relaxing the neck, the scalp, the forehead and the temples. Softening the eyes and all of the small muscles of the face. Relaxing the jaw, the cheekbones, the lips, and letting the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth and just melting into the mat for your Savasana. Begin to deepen the breath. Just beginning to bring your awareness back into the room. Not making any sudden movements yet, but just noticing. Feeling the mat beneath you. Hearing any noises in the distance. Feeling the air on your skin. And making maybe gentle movements, so wiggling toes or fingers, or gently rocking the head side to side. And then when you're ready, take your arms, bring them overhead, and bring the toes together, feet together. Come into a nice full body stretch. And then turn over onto one side into a fetal position, resting your head in the crook of your arm. Using that top arm, just push yourself into a seat. Coming into a nice, easy seat. Bringing your hands into prayer. Bring your hands to forehead. May you have peace in your thoughts. Hands to lips. Peace in your words. Hands to heart. Peace in your heart. Thank you for joining me for practice today. Namaste.